Hey guys, welcome back to Astrology Bliss. Carl, you look fine, I promise. You guys didn't see him in my previous videos. This is my cat, Carl. He's gotten big and even fluffier. And he was like, do not put me on camera right now. I am not ready. Look at his face. Anyway, I just wanted to apologize that I disappeared for a little bit. You know, life can get in the way sometimes. Life can get in the way sometimes, and I just wasn't sure if I was gonna come back or not. Maybe eventually, but I didn't know when. Then I started getting, messages and comments saying like, when are you doing next month? And like, oh my gosh, you have to come back. And, as a Pisces, I can say self-doubt is pretty common. And, this is me saying that I really do appreciate you guys messaging me and reaching out to me for readings. I'm really glad that I was able to help you guys in some way, and I'm going to do my best to keep doing readings for you. I will be honest and say, in terms of getting things done quickly or in a timely manner, there are a lot of readers who are like, every 2 weeks I'm going to have everyone's readings out, and I can try and do that, but I know myself, and I'm going to start now by getting out 2018 reading for each sign, so those are going to trickle out, and we will go from there. But again, thank you for being here. Here's your reading.
Hey Pisces, thank you for joining me. So I was actually planning on doing your reading a little bit later, but so today I just got, in this super crabby, tense mood where, I don't know, I feel like I've, in a sense, been attempting to avoid arguing with some people so much, and, just in order to keep things harmonious, that, in a way, I haven't necessarily been standing up for myself when I should have been, or, over the years I've kind of worked on growing a spine, and, sometimes I forget I need to use it. And so in order to try and get this, mood to go away, I was like, what do I do? This is really frustrating. And it wouldn't go away. Working out didn't help, like nothing helped. And, there's so many windows open, sorry. Nothing was helping. And so finally I went to go get a smoothie, right? It's a green smoothie. I don't know what the hell is in it, but it definitely fixed everything somehow, because now I feel happy. I wanted to do a reading all day, but, well, I swear it wasn't until this smoothie, and it sounds like I'm advertising, and I'm kind of hoping to get free smoothie from this, but I probably can't, so it's Juice Press. So, I don't know. So the one takeaway I'm going to get from that, besides free advertising for this smoothie company, is Pisces, you need to take care of your health. And I feel like normally, whoever I'm speaking to, normally you tend to be more health conscious, you tend to be more aware of what you're putting in your body, and lately that's kind of fallen to the side. Maybe you've been emotional eating, you've been stressed out, you've been drinking more, something like that. And I really feel like your body is like, hey, I don't like this anymore. Can we go back to like the green stuff? Can we go back to the salad, the smoothies, all of that stuff? So that's one takeaway I'm getting from that. The other takeaway is your ability to try and harmonize with people, even when they can't, is a beautiful thing. But there's a point where sometimes you can't keep things harmonious, because at the end of the day, the situation isn't harmonious. It can be very tense, and with you, being complacent, it just keeps it going and keeps it in this tense area, and nothing actually gets fixed. And what you want or what you need might get pushed to the side. So that's the main message I have for you right now. So let's do your 2008 yearly reading. Also, I'm trying to learn how to shuffle cards, like, in a useful way, so here you can watch me struggle while I try and do this for a second. I swear, I can do it. It's going to be great. Oh. I wanted this to be a little better when I got on camera. Okay, that one didn't count. I also, I do not remember what I was going to say, but, yeah, I just wanted it to be, like, you know, all cool by the time I got on camera so that people are like, wow, oh, I remember what I was going to say. I hate the sound of people shuffling. Like, in videos, I would cringe when I would hear other readers shuffling. Ugh. I have other ways that I shuffle my cards, by the way, like previous to this. But, you know, they weren't effective. They didn't look cool. You know, smearing your cards all over the place like a 5-year-old playing with, like, finger paint isn't, you know, super professional looking, supposedly. Oh my god, that worked, I think. It worked enough, and they were pre-shuffled before this too. Okay, so Pisces. Thanks for bearing with me through that. If you didn't click off, bless you. All right. January. February. Okay, well, that one had a clear idea. I feel like that's April, though. Yeah, this is March. April. May, June, July. August. September. October. November. December. Okay. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck we have the Nine of Wands. So, like I was saying, Pisces, you're exhausted right now. We know that. And I'm going to be honest. Okay, so looking at this 12-card spread. Here, let me see if I can... Oh, my God, my desk is a mess. You guys can't see that because it's not on camera, but I assure you it's definitely a mess. All right. How is that? Yeah, okay. So, initially, first of all, the bottom of the deck looks great. Or the bottom of the spread looks great. So, it looks like any tension you're feeling is in the beginning of the year, and then progressively it gets awesome. Okay, so hang in there. So, starting card, we have the Empress. So, Pisces, you're building up something, okay? You're finding, maybe you finally tapped into that channel of abundance that you've been, like, figuring it out. Like, I know what abundance is. I want abundance. Where's my abundance? And I have this great quote that I made my phone background for a while, and my friends kept making fun of me, like, oh, nice inspirational quote. And it's like, you know what? It's great. So basically it says, no, I can't remember it. I think it's abundance is not something you receive. It's something that you tune into. So we're thinking abundance. Oh, where's my pile of money? It's not abundance. That's a gift. And hey, if you get a pile of money, awesome for you. But that's not what I'm talking about here. Abundance is a type of thinking that you tune into, that you say, and you realize, and you know, I have everything I need right now. This is expressing gratitude. This is being grateful for what you have, who you are, where you are. Even if it's not exactly what you want, being grateful that you've made it this far in your journey, no matter where that is. So with the Empress here, the theme for this whole year is abundance. You know, I'm not getting pregnancy from this card. This can represent pregnancy, but I'm not getting that feeling from it. Maybe I always there's like, you can say like somebody's like pregnant with an idea, which saying something like that is like the most uncomfortable thing. It's like, okay, like it's weird, pick any other word, I guess, to say someone has an idea. But yeah, maybe it's that you're pregnant with an idea, and this is an idea of, the energy that you want to tap into, a way of living that you want to live, a way that you are going to transform your environment so it can look the way you like, your love, your family, your home, your job, anything. If you look at this card, it's like she has a scepter, right? Sure, she could be going to like swat the butterflies, but probably not. She seems like a cool person. I hope she wouldn't do that. Don't swat butterflies, by the way. But it looks like, okay, so one of the sparkles is like an arrow pointing right here, okay? So it's like information download coming into, let's say, her crown chakra. So this is her tapping into her higher self, pulling in energy from into her crown chakra. So this is divine, this is white light, this is higher self energy, ideas, way of living that's coming to her and through her earth body. Let's say she uses the scepter and, butterflies almost look like they're flying out of it. So you can think of butterflies. When you think of butterflies and chrysalis and caterpillar, you essentially think of rebirth, right? So I'm a Pisces Aries, right? I'm on the cusp. So that cusp is actually called the cusp of rebirth. So if you have Aries in your chart, or if you are on that cusp, or near it, even still, what I'm getting right now is like Pisces, you might feel like a caterpillar, or like maybe you're stuck in this chrysalis, right? But, you're so close to being reborn in a way, and you just need to keep that in mind. Don't let your environment make you think you're failing. Don't make you think that you're stuck a certain way, because you're not. You're so close to being reborn into like where the direction you want to go in. Okay, so in January, right now you could be feeling a little bit stuck, and it's like maybe, so we have the Two of Swords if I didn't say that. But so right now it's like maybe you've been doing something the same way for months and months and months, and you haven't been seeing results. And generally, when you start feeling a lot of resistance, or if something, say you're looking for a job, right? So a job hunt, no, it's not fast, but a job hunt might take, I don't know, a couple months. Maybe it's 9 months. Example, the Empress, pregnant, 9 months, look, doing something the same for 9 months. We're going to make that connection. And so now you're like, okay, I'm feeling a lot of resistance to this way that I'm trying to move. Should I move a different way? Am I going the right way? Am I doing something wrong? Maybe I feel like you already have an idea of what you need to do or what you want to do, but you are stuck in your own head and you're thinking like, well, you have all this fear, okay? And hey, Pisces, I know y'all got a lot of anxiety. That's okay, because I do too, because I'm very Pisces and it sucks. But listen, a little bit of anxiety is good. It keeps you sharp in whatever it is you're trying to do. Something great my dad taught me, like, he's a musician, I'm a musician. That was really great piece of, I don't know if it's advice, it's just, yeah. And, if you're nervous, it's okay. And I've always felt like if your dreams don't make you nervous and your dreams don't terrify you a little bit, then dream bigger. So if you're thinking and going a direction that's unconventional or really markets your talents or is really different from what everyone else is doing and you're scared of what other people are going to think or just what could happen, just give it a shot. What's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen if you stay where you are or stay doing the same thing is that you just don't see any results, and that's worse than trying and potentially not getting the results you want on the other side, I feel. So in February, we have the Eight of Swords. So, maybe you've delayed fully investing all your energy and going that alternate route that looks really sparkly by now, because I know if you're feeling that energy, it's like you're kind of looking over there like, should have done that, right? Yeah, so, the Eight of Swords. You're feeling stuck in your own head, feeling a little bit trapped, or maybe you do take that route. Maybe you go, but you're still feeling trapped by your anxiety. Or, you're feeling, in this sword, there's all these, in this sword, in this card, there's like all these different ravens, right? Ravens or crows? Because a group of crows is called a murder. And I just always look for an excuse to say that. Yeah, so there's all these different. Okay, actually, what I'm getting from this is like there's all these different little things pulling at you. So, where it's like, okay, this girl's alone, right? So it does actually kind of seem like she took a path. She's by herself. She's just going for it. But it's like all these little things keep nagging at her. Like, you have to pay your rent, you have to pay your bills. Your friend's like, what work are you doing? Where are you going? Blah, blah, blah. And it's just like all these little things keep pulling at you. So instead of making forward movement, you just kind of trap yourself. Pisces, it's the sign of two fish swimming in opposite directions. It's like one fish wants to go this way. The other fish is like, like swim the other direction. Like, I don't want to deal with this. But that's not going to help you, okay? You need to channel. I know you have fire in your chart somewhere. At least something. You do. And, you need to channel that energy and you need to just plow forward with this. I don't care how much you're like, no, I can't do it. You can, Pisces. You really can. And you just need to believe in yourself. And then in March, you have the Four of Swords in reverse. So, Four of Swords, this girl's taking a casual little nap in the snow. Clearly, she's never heard about frostbite, but, casual little nap in the snow. And in the reverse, it's like, you're kind of waking up. So, let's say this is the same girl, right? She's been really stuck. She's like, oh my God, I can't do this. I'm panicking so much. Screw this. I'm just going to take a nap in the snow. And she naps. And you know what? Then she wakes up and she's like, this is cold. This is horrible. What am I doing? I'm literally laying in the snow. The birds aren't even here anymore because they're like, crap, it's cold. I'm going home. So she wakes up. She's like, all right, I'm gonna go get my crap together. And actually, I'm feeling like I should pull a clarifier for that. So we have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, we have the Queen of Wands, right? It's actually a different tarot deck. This is the Tarot of the New Vision. I love this one. Yeah, so we have the Queen of Wands here. So this is a period of time where you've been sleeping on your creative talents a little bit, and you're going to wake up more in March. In April, you have the Five of Pentacles in the upright. So if we relate this card to the Four of Swords, I'm not getting the feeling that this normal card, or normally this card would give off. What I'm getting is like, so in the Four of Swords, too many cards here. So in the Four of Swords, this girl's alone. She's obviously cold because she has been wrapped in a sweater. I can't talk. Are you guys a little discombobulated? Because I certainly am. She's cold. She's laying in the snow, and she's all alone, right? So in April, we have the Five of Pentacles, where it's like, maybe you meet another person who might be younger than you, right? And maybe they tell you, hey, I'm terrified of my dreams. I'm just not going to do anything about them. And, you're Pisces, you're very nurturing, and you look at this child, this younger person, maybe only a few years younger, maybe they're older. You look at them, and you're like, what do you mean you're going to give up on your dreams? You can't do that. And they're like, well, you are. And you just stop, and you think about it, and you're like, holy crap, they're right. So, looking, right? You take this person, you start nurturing them. And by nurturing them, you're also nurturing yourself, because all the stuff you're telling them about how you're like, go for your dreams, do it, just do it. You're listening to all of that. You're nurturing yourself too. Maybe this could even represent your inner child. So, now you guys have blankets, right? You're starting to warm up. You yeah, you're like, okay, I'm not going to sleep on this anymore. It's time to go. I'm talented. Why aren't I doing anything with it? So in April, yeah, two cards for this. We have the Eight of Wands. We have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Maybe you've been carrying this vision of how you're supposed to do things, how you're supposed to be supporting yourself, how you're supposed to have this happy home life. Maybe you just kind of wake up and you're like, okay, you know what? This hasn't been working for me. I need to change something. And April is going to be Mercury retrograde, March and April. So May could be where you start putting into action whatever it was that happened for you in Mercury retrograde back in April. So, this is all about fast movement. This is all like, it's fast movement, it's communication. Maybe you're even going to make a move. Something, I'm seeing your idea of how you get to Ten of Pentacles energy is changing, and you're going to make that change. So, after May, in June, you have the Three of Cups. So whatever it is, you are surrounded by people that you feel supported by. This isn't like the normal Three of Cups energy where it's like happy, crazy party. It's three women, okay? They're content, they're happy, they're relaxed, they're just enjoying being in each other's company, and it looks like they support each other. So I feel like wherever you are in June, you're going to feel really at home and feel really happy. In July, you have the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. So what I'm getting for that is that you've been working your ass off all year. And now July, you're kind of like, you know what? It's summer. I'm going to take a break. Hey, you have an unconventional work schedule. Maybe you can go on vacation when, that was gross, well, other people can't. Make the most out of your situation. If you're doing something different. In April, the Five of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so in the upright, this is a card about betrayal. This is a card about a guy who, he's essentially, he's like looking at this girl like, okay, and like walking away. And, she's bleeding, she's miserable. And that's in August. So the Five of Swords in the reverse, I am getting that this is something to do with a person. It could be an old thing that you were dealing with and you were having a hard time letting go of, and you're finally letting go of that betrayal. That person walking away, something like that. It could also be something that actively happens in August. I'm not sure, honestly. Why don't I pull a clarifier for it? Okay, and it's the Hangman in the reverse. And the Five of Cups in the reverse. So the Hangman in the reverse is, I think you reach a point where you're like, I can't do this anymore. I think this is in regards to love. Love or career. So you reach a point where you're like, I can't do this anymore. Maybe on the job somebody went behind your back and did something, or someone promised you something, they didn't follow through with it. But in August, you finally hit that point where you're like, screw this. I'm getting better than this. And, the Hangman in the reverse is all about, you don't need to take a pause anymore. You already know what to do. And the Five of Cups in the reverse is coming out of, that energy of loss and grief and reflection on what you've lost. And you're just like, fuck this, I'm out. So in September, we have the Lovers in the upright. Yay. Okay, so ever since I was younger, ever since I was 15, majority of my more serious relationships always started in September. Perhaps it's because that's around when Venus is conjunct with my ascendant. I don't know, but you have the Lovers in September, and I really get strongly that this is love. Okay, so I think it's, in this card, if you look at the two people, they look like they've known each other, okay? It kind of looks like, I don't want to say reconciliation, because, oh my god, that word is thrown around on YouTube so much and it drives me insane. It could be, I don't know. But these people look like they've been apart for a really long time, and they're coming back together, and they're just so grateful to be holding on to each other. That's how I'm feeling about this card. In October, first we got the Unknown card, which this card's super frustrating because I'm like, well, what the hell does that mean? And then I pulled the Nine of Swords. So whatever is going on in October, you guys aren't supposed to know yet, but I do think you're going to be waiting on something, and it's going to be making you anxious, and you're going to be worrying about it. So, Pisces, I know how much y'all love being broody and moody, because me too, love it. None of that. Well, I mean, I didn't say none of that, but it's like, don't get lost in that, because it can be really destructive, you know that. And November, you have the Two of Cups. So you have the Lovers and the Two of Cups, 2 months apart from each other. So whatever is potentially starting up it could even be starting up in August, when you finally realize, like, you deserve better than whatever it is you've been giving yourself or allowing people to give to you. And then you have this beautiful energy coming in. And then in December, you have the King of Pentacles. So this is somebody who, it could be, if you're a female Pisces, I'm really getting that this is going to be a king to your queen, right? But, if someone is your king, essentially, this is someone who's more established. This is potentially someone you have, like, a long relationship with. And, I think, I really think he's going to help stabilize you. And if you're a Pisces, you need that stable earth energy to kind of... Okay, so think of Pisces like a balloon that's constantly trying to, like, fly away or just get caught in the wind and be like, yeah, this is so fun. And then you have, say a King of Pentacles that acts like a rock, right? That's like, whoa, okay. Then it kind of slams you on the floor. But let's be honest, Pisces, we need that. And it's okay, because I have this soft spot for balloons flying away in the wind. I think it's the saddest thing ever. I just can't do it. Yeah, so, and then, oh my god, it always makes me nervous when I'm getting messages that my disk space is full when I'm in the middle of a video. So, and then the cards on the outside that I have are the Sun in the reverse and the Page of Swords in the reverse. So what I'm getting from this is, Pisces, do not block your happiness because you... Don't block your happiness because you are obsessively watching tarot videos hoping for the right answer when in reality you really need to look for it within yourself. Should I be saying that? Because I really want you guys to watch my videos. But I'm telling you that. Tarot videos are great, but there's a point where you need to start listening to yourself, and you can't have all the answers for everybody. Don't get me wrong, I hope I have the answers for a lot of people, but that's the immediate message I got from that. But Pisces, beginning of the year, stay out of your own head. You know the right thing to do. You just have to, stop letting your anxiety convince you that it's the wrong thing. Mid-year, you are, you're moving a lot, and you're going towards self-betterment, self-care. And then the end of the year, there is so much love coming in. I really want this part of the year, but can't get to that part until we get through this part. And this part will be very important when you get to this part, so make sure you give the first part your all. Thank you guys so much for sticking around this whole reading. I really hope it does help you out, and I'll see you soon. I love you all. Bye.
Hey, thanks for still sticking around, even though your reading is over. If you do want a private reading with me, just email blissforestastrology@gmail.com. The link the email address is posted below. And depending on what kind of reading you want, we can discuss rates. But I am best at doing really in-depth astrological chart interpretations. I can do it for you personally. I can do it for you and a romantic partner. And then there are 3 different types of charts that I can do for that. I can also do a tarot reading for you, or we could do a package where we do both. I'm pretty flexible, I'm pretty understanding, and really I'm not in this for the money, I'm just in it to help people. So we can work something out. But I would love to hear from you guys.